Hello. What's going on? Jedi Rich here. Welcome to the channel. We are just getting back. I actually have a few minutes. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and just a lot of. I was getting texts from a few people who were wanting us to go live and talk about that we got our channel back basically. And so, hey, congratulations, guys. Good job. Good job, all those involved. Bot Ricks, you killed it. You killed it. Triggerman, way to stick with it. Jennifer, thank you. I appreciate that. Melissa, what's going on? Joy is actually, I think she just got back from the grocery store, so she's making breakfast right now. Triggerman, hey, thank you. Right on, buddy. Right on. So we do have memberships available again. We have those. Really appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat, says Bot Ricks. What are we going to talk about today? Huh? What should we talk about today? I've got the StreamYard link. You guys can jump on that if you want to. It's in the description as well. So if you want to go in the description, there'll be a link and you click on there and we can chat. I know that I probably should text you. One of our moderators, the one who said, you got to go live today. She said, if I go live, she will. I have a link. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So what's going on in the news? Anything exciting? Anything exciting we should talk about? Before I hand this off, Joy is she's making breakfast right now. So she'll be doing that. Thanks for following the channel. Thanks for subscribing. We're trying to figure out, basically what to do with the car. I've got a situation with that car that we're working on right now. I put together what I did was I actually made a video talking about what was supposed to be done originally, like what we paid for. We paid a mechanic $1,300 to replace a fuel pump. We paid a mechanic $720 to diagnose what we needed. We have an old Porsche that didn't run. We said, make it run. I wasn't there. So and knowing my mom, she knows nothing about cars. So I'm trying to simplify exactly what the discussion probably went like, because she doesn't know what it needs. She's not a mechanic. She's 80 something years old. She had it towed to a mechanic, and you said right there, diagnose what's wrong with it. Customer states that the rats have infested and chewed through some of the wiring. Okay, so it's been aware. We told you about the rodents in this place, right? This place was bad. So this was 2023. Okay, February 2023, before any of you guys met us. So just a little backstory. And so she took the car there, and that, by the way, this is after she talked to our mechanic, the one we used, when you guys have met already. After she talked to him, and he said, I need $6,000 to $8,000 to make this car run. And she's like, I don't have that kind of money. And so she said, well, I need a second opinion. He said, well, there's another place that does. I don't know if he recommended it, but she found this other place. She took it there and said, what does it need to run? They came back and they said they charged her $720 just to diagnose it. And they came back and said it needed $1,300 for a fuel pump, and then plus another $653 for things that would make it roadworthy, to make it able to run. So approximately $2,700. I think I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look at, now that we're talking about, I'm glad we're having this conversation, because I don't remember if it was $720 on the diagnosis or if that was $720 was a code. I don't know if they included that if that's part of what they charged her. I can't remember now. I mean, actually, I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna note that now. So we'll find out how much, if they charged anything for the diagnosis. Now, now we're sitting at $2,000, right? So Gloria says, fine. $2,000 to make the Porsche run, that she can do. So she agrees to that. And then, of course, after that's done, they say, well, hold on. It's not quite roadworthy yet. That was just to replace the fuel pump. So already, like, I wasn't involved yet. I just kind of started getting involved a little bit, but I was kind of just hearing rumblings of what was going on. But already we're starting to get the thing like, oh, it's like on their end, they figure, oh my gosh, we got a sucker, $2,000. No, okay, let's now suddenly we want to know 8,000. Basically what the original mechanic said. so it's kind of stuck there. It doesn't run. She doesn't have the money. Mom doesn't have the money for it. So that's why now we're involved. I talked to my wife about it, and she's like, okay, let's get this car running. And, of course, Joy could care less if the car's running or not. It's not that big of a deal, but she wouldn't mind having it running. And it's a long story. Hey, thank you for the jewels, guys. Appreciate it. Hi, I Love Life. Hey, what's going on? Nice to see you. You see me on... Hey, dude, do you think I got a Walter White thing going? Is that what it is? Shit. That's cool. Trigger Man. First member of Team Annette. What do you think of the name? I thought Team Annette was good. I don't know. I liked it. Support Annette, I miss you guys. I missed you too. We missed you more. I know. We took a little hiatus. We had to clean house, so to speak. There were some things we had to take care of around here. And so the way my higher power works is that, it's very clear sometimes direction. If I don't pay attention to things, it puts me in the right place, the right things, and says, here, stop focusing on this drama over here and go take care of this shit. And then you come back and do that. And said, okay, since you put it that way, then now I'm listening. Fix it yourself. Fix what myself? Oh, thank you for the floating hearts. I really appreciate that. Really do. Okay, so where were we at? Yeah, right. So now we're sitting at $2,000 for this thing, right? $2,000. No, I'm sorry, $10,000. So now I'm talking to Joy, and we say, what do we want to do? Do we want what are we going to do? I mean, it's like, it's not running. We're $2,000 in the hole and the car's not working. It's like, it's kind of, we're going to throw away $2,000. So it's kind of like they kind of had us like on the hook a little bit because, you don't want to throw away 2,000. You're not halfway there, but you're a fifth of the way there. And you're kind of like, geez, I can just lose $2,000. If you pay $2,000, the car still doesn't run. Great. Could have bought another car for $2,000. So, and for $10,000, definitely could buy another car. But anyway, so talk to the wife. She agrees. She says, fine. That works for her. Trigger Man, by the way, how's it sound? I mean, I'm using the overhead mic. I don't know if that's the way to go or not, but that's the one I'm using. Is it echoing a lot? Is it coming through loud and clear? I know we are getting along so good. I think it's just a real testament to family sort of thing, It really is. It makes a lot of difference. It makes a lot of difference, when you have family like that. Oh wait, I'm like, Trigger. You hear me good? Okay, yeah. Because I'm using the overhead mic. You know what I mean? I wanted to be like mic free, and I wanted to be like you do in the studios. Where you put the mics over the top of the head, so you don't see the mics. But my mic is really crappy. I don't have a studio mic. It's a crappy mic. So I wasn't sure how it sounded. And I'm talking not as loud now because, well, I'm like inches away from the mic and I have the thing turned all the way up and I don't want to blow your ears out. Okay. That was just a little BTS. Hey, what's up, Steer Beef? Good. Hey, good to see you. You keep it cool in there, man. Got a lot of issues. Got a lot of complaints there for a minute. But thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Oh, so now back to what I was talking about. Thank you for the cool. It's what I do. I know. That's what you do. You stir shit up. That's why I love you, and that's why I love life. I know. Joy looks great too. I mean, it's like her skin is like, it's weird. It's like when I like this more like it was either last night or this morning. It's like I just noticed like her skin is looking so much better, you know. And that's clearly from like not doing the stuff that she was doing, you know, the change in behaviors, you know. And so it's like there's some things. It's like, you know, I mean, we do them because it makes us feel better, you know. And weirdly enough, when you start to feel better, you start to look better. So it goes along this thing of like, you know, when a person, you know, if you see a person who looks good and you're like attracted to them, well, it's not just because you're superficial. It's because a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times a person looks better because they feel better on the inside. And I think we were taught that like beauty is skin deep or looks skin deep. No, that's not necessarily true, because it's like you have to be, you know what I mean? Like if you go around being pretty mean and nasty and lying all the time and you know, going around and just gossiping and talking crap, you know, you start to get a different look, you know. If you're just relaxed and be like, hey, whatever happens, sunshine, you know, sun goes up, the sun goes down, you know. What happens in between is just, who knows, you know, let's just find out. You know, that sort of attitude, your face will be just generally more relaxed, right? And you know, maybe you're even more, have a little more energy. So you're more energetic. So you get more, you know, you get more things done. So you you know, don't, you know, you just get things done. Whereas another person, if you're constantly, you know, looking for negativity, that your goal is to seek out the most negative things you can find, or if you're looking for criticism or cynicism, or you watch TV because you just love to hate on things, a lot of chances are you're going to just, well, first of all, you're watching TV. How's that? You're not active. You're just sitting there. And secondly, you're just kind of, you know, you're forming opinions that are really negative about people, you know? And it's like, that's going to create a different sort of look on you yourself over year. Maybe not day one, but yes, day one. You won't notice it day one, but it's slow. It's like it's kind of like, it's like a puppy. You don't really notice puppies growing unless you don't see the puppy for like a year, you know, and then you go, whoa, man, last time I saw that puppy, it was like, well, it was a puppy. Okay. All right, guys. Hey, Sugar Skull. Listen, Sugar Skull, good to see you. I wanted to let you know personally that our memberships are back. I'm not used to not seeing you in green. But yeah, thanks for being a part of the journey here. You know, I've been doing a lot of videos. I should get a puppy. Thank you so much. I know. Well, I think what I was talking about before. It was like, okay, this channel took a lot. It was pretty exciting, but it also took a lot of energy out of us, you know, and it really took us away from, you know, our primary focus on what we were doing. And while it filled, and I you know, I have a need to fill. I have this like obsessive mind, you know, so I like to fill it with things. So it just did great for that, but it wasn't doing great for the family. It wasn't doing great for my own health. It wasn't doing great for my wife's health. I mean, you saw what was happening to her. So I think that, you know, God stepped in and said, hey, you need to take a time out. And it wasn't actually that mean, but it kind of felt like punishment at first. But then after just a few weeks, you saw what we started doing. We said, well, suddenly I said, hey, I don't even know where the idea, the idea, I'll tell you where the idea came from. I hung out with my friend down there in Arizona, for a weekend. And so that's kind of about a week after that, that's where things started changing. And so, yeah. But thank you so much for hitting the like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. What else I want to do? What else? What am I up? I love life. Thank you for joining Team Annette. Listen, that how many members is that now? What is that? That's 2 members, 3 members. Yeah, steer beef. Hell yeah. Okay, let's get this party started here. Okay, good way to start the day. Starting the day with a few dollars coming into the channel. YouTube would be happy about that. They didn't think it would. They didn't think that we could come back. But they underestimated the Jedi, didn't they, Triggerman? You should never underestimate a Jedi. Now let me ask you a question. Now, I like this camera, but I do have a second one. The problem with this one is that's a Bluetooth camera. So when it's Bluetooth, I don't get the same. You see what I'm saying? Does it seem a little smoother to you? And what's your preference? Just out of curiosity. Do you have a preference at all? I love life. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Never underestimate. Yeah, and now, Triggerman, I think you're starting to kind of quietly start to casually understand, like that, like the Force, the Jedi, the tagging of negative cis, all that was program related. When he said what was tagging, what we were doing is we were basically identifying, negative character defects in other people. That's why we said, well, we don't know. We're just tagging you, and so hey, what's up, T Mitchell? Let me introduce you to somebody, Triggerman. I'd like to introduce you to T Mitchell. Oh, geez, I agree 100%, buddy. Oh man, great freaking day. You're happy to be a member? I'm happy to have you back as a member. Well, Triggerman, you know my stance on this stuff. USA 100%. Anyways. Good. Hey, there she is. Hello, Petra. By the way, this was your idea. So goal for next live. I want to donate $100. Something crazy happened. I mean, wow. Okay. All right. We can work on that. That's, I think one of the things is that I don't want to focus too much on that because it takes away from my primary purpose. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure I don't. Yeah. Good to see you too. Good to see you too. Anybody wants to go on, have a chat. There's a link in the description. Yeah, Petrosic. That's there. Is that our third? I believe that's our third. It is our third member that we have now, and that's going great. Does Joy regret that? I don't think she regrets it, and she doesn't wish to shut the door on it either. It's one of those things that I think it's if anything, it's like she holds on to that as like one more reason why she's in the program. She's grateful. It's a gratitude thing. So it's not a regret, because a regret would be like if she didn't do that, then that wouldn't have been one of the major reasons why she's doing a program today. That's what it comes. I mean, I know I'm speaking for her, but because she doesn't really share with you guys much, but I hear what she shares in the meetings. But basically, what her thing was is that she started seeing how the stuff that I was filming. She started seeing how she was behaving over a year. It finally sunk in, especially with the alcohol. You know, once that started happening, then it was like, okay, and then that was just like, okay, I cannot be treating my family like this. And so that was basically what she shared with me. Yeah, so it's kind of a gratitude. It's more of a grace. It's more of a grace thing. It's not like oh, I don't regret it because I never apologized. It's more like, no, it's like she's grateful it happened because, you know, if it didn't happen, she wouldn't be here. You know, everything that happened brought us here, you know. So there's other ways stuff could have happened, right? And she might not be here. And so I think she's grateful that it happened. And so I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but it's really big for her, and been significant changes, made significant changes in the way that she lives her life and what she's doing now. So I should put the comments over here so I'm not constantly looking down, shouldn't I? I mean, I've got like 15 monitors in here. Oh, by the way, just so you know, like one of her other drunk rants, but when she used to be like, go do whatever, Rich, was like, she used to be like, go buy some more monitors, Rich. It's always pretty funny. All right. Hey, mods. All right. Mods are getting along. That's a huge day around here. I got to tell you that. It's a huge day when the mods get along. You know, honestly, like Joy's personal sex life is only privy to you because she's kind of shared it with you, but it's like we don't ask you about your sex life, right? You don't ask Ava about her sex life. You don't dig into that. I mean, it's like it bothers you because I know it's interesting. It's interesting because most people don't have a sex life. So it's just like, oh my gosh, let's talk about it. But you know, it's interesting, and you want to like dig into it, and it's like so juicy. That's kind of what I'm talking about. It's like that's you wanting to gossip about something that's not really any of your business. You know, it doesn't impact anything that we do here. Sex does not define morality at all. Some people try to use it as such, but those people are usually people that don't usually have a lot of sex, and they claim that being celibate or abstaining from sex somehow makes them morally superior. I mean, it's the oldest trick in the Bible. But honestly, it does not define it, because and that's when they kind of go back, well, we're all sinners because how did we get here? Right? Right. What'd your parents do? Right. Exactly. Oh my God. No, I didn't actually make anybody's business. Actually, you guys went out and dug it up and started posting it everywhere. No, we didn't bring that up. We only talk about that here. So you can try to frame it any way you want, but no, that's not what happened. Was the sex life question deleted? I haven't touched it. Did somebody else touch it? I didn't delete it. But hey, man, I get it. It's interesting. I would, if I had the chance to talk to someone like Joy, I'd be asking all sorts of questions. Unfortunately, you know, when she comes on here, the questions you guys ask, it just kind of like a bunch of seventh graders. It's kind of like there's so many better questions you could ask, but you stick around with like real low end questions, which is fine. But you know, I mean, she used to deal with a different level of conversation. You didn't delete the conversation. You didn't delete. Who's been deleting the comments? Joy seems to always fall off the wagon while in my seat. Does she plan to go back? Let's rephrase that a little bit. That's a good point. It's not so much. I think that the way to put it more is that I think that she planned to fall off the wagon by going to New York. So there was never any, in her mind, there was never any program. There was never any like, hey, when I get to New York, I'm going to go to I'm going to call my sponsor. I'm going to go to a meeting. I'm going to see this meeting here on this night here. There's no plan. The plan was, as soon as I get on the plane, I'm going to start ordering drinks. That's what New York was for her. And for those of you who have ever been to New York, and it's, you don't have to party there. Plenty. I mean, they have a huge, central office is there. But if you want, what time is it? If you want, but it's like also, but if you want to party, that's the place to do it. There's no other place in the world like it. It's like a 24/7 party. What can we say? Maybe or so is another mod. Well, I'm not working now, but I do have a little time right now in between what I'm doing. But again, that's not really any of your business either. That's not like what I do for work is not your business, right? What does Ava do for work? Do you ever ask her? What does Mr. Deadman do for work? Right. It's not your business, and you're trying to see. You guys try to make it your business because why? I don't know. You're looking for reasons to. I don't understand, honey. Why? I'm just kidding. Listen, I do have to get going though. Speaking of which, thank you for reminding me. I don't know if Joy has time to stream today, but if she does, editing is a lot of work too. Yeah, that is true. Hey, wait. What was that? Hey, hold on. Thank you. Okay. All right. I like that. You can say that again. Thank you so much. All right. I'm going to see what's going on later today. And then do you guys want to hang here for 5 seconds? You guys can give me a second? I know it's kind of weird, but it's kind of weird. Hey, Carney, what's going on? I appreciate that. Hey, Johnny, what do you do exactly? Here. Let me send you the link. Come on up. Let's have a chat, Johnny. You seem to want to engage. Let's see if you're even a Johnny. You might be a Joni. But here's the link. Feel free. Let's not have this little like one shot at me, and then you sit back, and then you just do another shot at me. Let's have a conversation, Johnny to Johnny. Mano y mano. Oh, please come on up here. Feel free to trigger me. I would enjoy that. I think the channel would too. I think in fact, Ava would love it. Please come on up. Trigger me all you like. Johnny, Joni. I have a feeling Johnny's a Joni. Maybe even envy. Does Johnny envy Joni? Please. Come on, man. I'll give it 5 more seconds, and I literally have to go. I always give myself an extra 15 minutes. I give myself 15 minutes from when I say I have to go because I know how I am. I know. What happened to Johnny? There's the link right there. Please, let's get triggered. I want to get fired up before I head out. Well, Jedi mind tricks. He's going to claim that I pulled a Jedi mind trick on him. I did not. I merely invited him to, I don't even know what I did. Hey, Angel, what's going on? Why one might wake up? Well, there's plenty of reasons. I would say the number one. Let me ask you a question. What is your diet like? Do you drink caffeine, nicotine, or do you drink caffeine or alcohol? And do you consume any nicotine at all? That's my first question. Because anytime I hear a sleep question, my first question is, well, did you drink a pot of coffee before you went to bed? Because a side effect of drinking coffee is irritability and anxiety. And those things make it hard to sleep. And when you mentioned that you wake up with anxiety, and the scared is just a byproduct of your reaction to the anxiety. Well, good point. Petrosich, cortisol. And what does caffeine produce? How does caffeine give you energy? Well, it does it by a number of ways. It's a chemical that makes your brain release certain hormones into your bloodstream. The two biggest ones you're familiar with are cortisol and adrenaline. Right. So too much cortisol and too much adrenaline before you go to bed will give you anxiety. And if you drink it all day long, most likely you will probably have anxiety throughout the day. So first thing I would say is stop drinking coffee, stop drinking caffeine, and then see how you feel. Caffeine gives anxiety. It truly does. It's actually, we did, we can verify it here. We documented it. I mean, I have footage, and we made a big deal where we didn't want any caffeine in the house at all. And we were caffeine free for a while, and it made a huge change. But then we thought, well, maybe we were a little too extreme, because people were like, oh gosh, you can't take away caffeine. Like, okay, maybe we're too extreme. So we added it back in. We went back to caffeine, let Nick get some Red Bulls, whatever, and boom, symptoms came right back. Gloria started getting more depressed. There's more like just anxiety in the house. It was crazy. So now, then we removed it again, but then it was just like, we found this like happy medium. So what we do now is we do not decaf and not fully caffeinated. We get two of them and we mix it. So it's half caffeinated and half non-caffeinated. So it's like a decaf and a half. I don't know how else to say it. Caffeine put me into a severe depressive episode, and you had to go into mental. Really? Do you have any other conditions that may have alleviated that? Because I'm talking to another guy I know that his brother is he has a brother like my sister, and we were talking about the caffeine thing, and he 100% said, yeah, wow. If it clicked with him, and it was like, oh my gosh. And I only knew it because we documented it here. We documented it on the channel. So you don't drink it? Wow, that's great. Oh wow, that's amazing. That's probably why you're so upbeat all the time. You have a lot of energy when you text me. And what I find is that people who, weirdly, when you get your energy from things like caffeine, which is really just energy from adrenaline and cortisol, you don't have as much energy as you think that you're going to have. It doesn't give. I mean, maybe at first it gives you that sort of like you're tired, you're like, oh my god, it's like the first like, but then over time, daily use, it doesn't give you energy. There's no calories in it. There's no magic energy, and it just releases adrenaline and cortisol. And after a while, your body gets used to that. Oh, and by the way, what adrenaline and cortisol do is they tell your body to release an emergency supply of glucose into your bloodstream. So you get a bunch of sugar pumped into your bloodstream. So if you're diabetic and you're trying not to spike your sugar, they don't want you drinking caffeine because of that. It gives me anxiety. Okay, interesting. Yo, Kevin Garnett, check it out, buddy. I want to put you on just because we haven't seen Kevin in a long time. Kevin, my friend, is a legend. We talk about Kevin a lot of times in the rooms because Kevin's one of those guys who he might even Kevin. You haven't been in Las Vegas? Because I know a lot of Kevins, you know. Yes, I do, and I'm a big fan of Rich Knight. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. Hey, yeah, you like Businessman Rich? I know it doesn't quite work with the backdrop here. You know, it's like that's why I don't like doing stuff here, but we'll work on that next, one step at a time. Hi, hey Tiffany Leanne. I don't drink caffeine. I drink water all day, every day. I gave up soda and juices. At once in a while, I will have a small soda or juice, but not often. Yeah, you know, I think a lot of people are cutting back on the carbonated beverages and the sugars and stuff. I think that's a good idea. You know, yes. Well, I'm not gonna say what I'm doing. Okay, but my background is public, so I'll tell you, it is finance. It is. We did electronic payments and electronic banking. So a lot of the stuff you did today, we were part of the architects and the builders that built the infrastructure that you use today to do your banking and to make your payments online. So, like PayPal. Okay, there. Dark rooms. Hey guys. Hey. Hey, what's up? What's up, Melbourne? You know, I love Australia. You know, I used to work in Aspen, Colorado. I worked there as a bartender, and that's a seasonal job. And we would get people coming from Australia. And the reason why I mention it is because there's some Australian sporting event I'm watching, and every time I see somebody from Australia, I immediately flash back to my friends from Queensborough or Queensland. Sorry, not Queensborough, Queensland, and Sydney, of course. And so it just makes it, and Melbourne. And Melbourne. Hey, Lynette. Hey, okay. All right. I know I got to get going, but I'm staying on because it's like, I know that the message things don't go out like all at once. It doesn't do that. It just kind of staggers it out. But I'm really glad you guys stopped in to say hi. I really appreciate it. How's everything? I see you looking sharp. Did you get the job you flew out for? You know, I didn't fly out for a job. That was more, you know, if you talk to the people, it's like I try to talk to my contacts, you know what I mean? Because you talk to people that kind of know what's going on. Because I didn't even know, what am I going to do? Just go on like Indeed and just, that's not, that I would have no idea where to start there. So I just talk to people I know and go that way. And then from there, you can always get like at least some sort of like consultative thing, at least. Thanks for Queensland is beautiful, perfect weather compared to here in Melbourne. Oh gosh, and I know, and I love the people from Queensland, and I love the people from Australia, and South Africa. The reason I don't know why I'm mentioning them because most of us here on this side of the hemisphere, we don't know anybody from South Africa. We don't know anybody from Melbourne. But I worked and lived in Aspen, where half the people were from the other, because it was their summer break. So they would come for the summer and work for in the ski season at our lodge. And so I got to know, and they all hung out together and they all knew each other. So it's kind of like, and now, Aussies, I mean, once you're one of them, it's like, you can't, it's like good luck getting rid of them. I mean, it's like they're coming over to your house and, hey, it's time to get up. Let's go. Like, oh my God, what are we doing? I didn't even know. We're going. What are we doing? We didn't have chat back then. So it was like, nobody told you? No, of course nobody told. Well, then get up. Mm. Oh well, it's not that. It's that I'm really trying to be elusive about it. Okay, so yeah, I don't really want to talk about it because honestly, what they people are crazy around here and kind of like what I don't need them. Did you see what they did to Ruby's job? And she just works in a bookshop. I mean, it's like it would just be so freaking unprofessional. So I'm not even, but I do have to get going here. Hey, what'd you had to do? Once you're here, I know, man. It was tough. It was tough. I really I miss hanging out with the Aussies, man. But you know what? Here's the good news. Is I hear eventually they'll start coming back to Las Vegas. Is that true? What's the word? What's your temperament about visiting America in Melbourne, Australia? And I would love to have you click the link and come on up and tell me personally if you have time. But what is like if I'm kind of asking as a um anthropological, not so much geographical. Like what's the temperament like? Because just so you know, we've had a little bit of a dip in our international visitors. I don't know if you guys knew about that. And I'm not going to say it has. I think it might have something to do with the price of fuel or something. I'm not sure, but for some reason we're not getting as many international visitors as we did, and that's kind of one of the things that we're. In fact, one of the big pushes this year is to get more international visitors back for 2027. That's a big push here. So one of the programs that they're implementing is that they're doing this program where they're offering a select amount of, depending on what country you're from. If you're from Canada, Derek Stevens, you guys know who Derek Stevens is? He's one of the CEOs here. Derek Stevens put together a program that he will match your Canadian exchange rate. He'll get like if you in fact, you don't have to go to the bank to exchange your money. You go to his casino, he'll give you he'll give you dollar for dollar for Canadian dollars to gamble. Of course, he won't give you the cash. He'll give you it's like you give him $1,000 Canadian, he'll give you $1,000 US to gamble. Now, right there, right off the bat, that means you've got what, an 18% win just by coming from Canada. So that to me would be extremely lucrative move if I was a big gambler, because we have whales. They have whales that come into town that, because we have different tiers of who you work with. You work with people that are like 500,000 to $1 million, and then you have $1 million to 5 million, and you have 5 million to 10 million, and then you have 10 million to 50 million, and then you have 50 million to 100 million, and then the top tier is 100 million plus. And so when you deal with that, it's like you're talking about like 18%. Like, let's say if I want a marker for, let's say, I don't know, $18 million. Well, you guys do the math of what you would save if I gave you $18 million to gamble with. So I think somebody was saying, oh, well, we've got casinos here in Texas and we've got, yeah, okay. But if you're in Canada and you take a $200 flight to Vegas and we'll give you a free room and you give us that $18 million or $1 million, whatever it is, we'll give you dollar for dollar for that to gamble with. So you're already up 18% right off the bat. Yeah, true. It's a good way to launder money, but we have to watch that. We have to watch that. Oh man. I've been in the USA a few times years ago. But yeah, I'd love to share. That'd be great, man. That'd be great. Ruby, yeah, I haven't really watched. I connected with Ruby through Ava, just like the Thorpes. I met everybody through basically through Ava, and so she comes up once in a while, and I stop in just to see how she's doing because I think I don't know, but I think she's also working out. I think she's working on being sober too. I don't know. I remember that I know that she goes to a clinic and stuff, but I don't know if she works a program or not. But I always try to support people that are trying to do the best. I mean, that's kind of what I can do for others. Yeah, No, I am not working in the gaming entertainment industry, but that would be something I could do. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities for that here. That could be a viable option, Kevs. Right now, like I said, I'm not really going to divulge what I'm doing, but it's not gaming, entertainment. But it would be good because, especially with what they're trying to do too, is they're trying to implement a big thing here is cashless gaming. So you sit down at a slot machine and you don't have to bring any cash. You just tap your phone, or you just put your debit card in and you put your PIN in, and it just drains it right from your bank account right into the slot machine. I mean, it's the ultimate goal, right? They have these things called laws that make it hard to do that. So you have to, but now with like Bitcoin and with all these electronic payments, that it's becoming like people don't carry cash around. So the gaming industry is kind of caught in this thing where it's like, wait a minute, we don't want to be like there's this morality thing, like we don't want to give the casinos immediate access to unlimited funds of someone's entire bank account. We want them to have to go to an ATM, get the cash. Okay, that's a step. And then we want to make the ATM limits at $300 so they can't drain it all out. So obviously the casinos have always worked against that. One of the products we put in when I was working for he's working for Bank of America. You can look that up. And I used to work in gaming. Okay. And one of the products we put in was a product called Casino Cash. And what that meant was it was a way for you to bypass the whole $300 limit thing. So, but you paid a hefty fee because I worked for Bank of America, and we figured out a way to, they have rules and things, and then you have ways of kind of working through the rules. And so we came up with this way that you could get your money, you get access. It was it was a cash advance. Do you guys want to know all this? It's just confused. I mean, I'm trying to tell you, but then I realize if I don't give you back context, you won't know what I'm talking about. You guys interested? Anyways, it's just a way to get more cash in the casino. How's that? But it was expensive. So for every $100, it was like we would charge you $25. so okay, you hit your limit at your ATM, $300, right? You complain about those ATM fees. Yeah, now you want $1,000. Okay, it's going to be like a $250 fee. Maybe not that bad, but it'd probably be close to $100 maybe. I don't actually. Honestly, I would have to go back and look. I feel like it's $250, but as I say it, that sounds crazy. But maybe it was. Hey, T-shirt weather, I'm so glad you hung out, man. Please come back. Thanks for checking in, because I love bringing up the old memories about being in Australia. Maybe you click the link one of these days when you have a chat. You can remind me of the accent that I so miss. That'd be wonderful. Oh, thanks, Petrasuge. Okay. All right. So let me finish up the Porsche story, since that's what we started out on. So the Porsche right now what I did is I made a video talking about what we needed to have done. So when we took it to the mechanic, he said it'd be $1,300. Then he said it'd be another $8,000. and they give a long list of all the stuff it needed. Okay. Now, Gloria just went ahead and approved it all, thinking that, okay, that's what it needs to run. Now, some of the things on that list was like a new suspension, new shocks. Like, I mean, it's like, well, that's great, but she didn't ask for new shocks. She asked for it to run. Okay. Would have been fine if, let me get the point. After we paid the $10,000, the car didn't even make it out of the parking lot. It made it like a half a block down the street before it stalled because they didn't do any work on it. It didn't run at all, but it had great suspension, had brand new shocks. I mean, like really shiny, like, you see how the sports cars all fancy, but it was like the car didn't run at all. And so what we had to do was, well, that was $1,300 just for the fuel pump. Okay. That's standard for that. But the thing is that there is a fuel. Okay. You have a fuel pump, right? That then sends the fuel through some lines to a distributor. And then this distributor, I can't see the fuel pump from where it's at, but here's a picture of the distributor. And the distributor, as you can see, has not been touched. And the cables to this distributor have been chewed through with rats. So if what they claim is that they replaced for $10,000, they claim that they replaced that fuel pump. If they replaced that fuel pump, then there's no way fuel got to the engine because the rats had chewed through the fuel lines, so it would never get to the distributor. I'm bringing all that up, long story, backwards because what happened was, so I brought it back to them after they didn't start for $10,000. They took 4 months and they said, oh, we need to replace the fuel distributor for $2,000. They want another $2,000. So we started at $2,000. Now they want another $8,000. Now they want another. So it's like, this is the third time that they want to try, and they keep wanting more money each time. And so at that point, that was in April 2024. At that point, I said, no, it's done. We're not doing it. We had to literally we paid $10,000. We had to tow it to another shop. Can you imagine? Can you imagine paying a mechanic $10,000 to make your car run? You pay them and you have to tow it. I mean, I mean, there's so many things wrong with that. Okay. And then, let's just say if we don't agree that I get my money back, like, let's say I'm just saying to you, like, you're an impartial jury. If you don't agree that I should get my money back from these guys, then here's one thing. On the actual receipt that they charged mom was a $200 coolant flush for a Porsche 911S. Well, everyone who knows a Porsche 911S, it's air cooled. I mean, that's one of the big things about it. There's no radiator. There's no place to pour coolant in it. So they just put that on there, tacked on an extra $200. What did they do with the money? I mean, they literally were just making stuff up. So even if you don't agree that we should get the money back for that $10,000, there's no way to perform that $200 coolant flush. So I would ask the court and ask the jury if you would please consider giving back at least the $180 for that coolant flush, because there's no way to do that. Good morning. Hey, Phoenix. No way. Cool. Yeah, old cars like that are only good for people that know how to fix cars. Yeah, well, maybe. If you get a good mechanic, I think you get a good. It should run pretty good. Well, we'll see about it. I think you kind of missed the point of the story. It's not that the car is a money pit. The thing is that this mechanic didn't do the work. The point of the story was that you paid someone $10,000 to do the work, and there's still rats in the engine bay. They didn't do any of the stuff they said they did. That's the point of the story. The point of the story isn't that the car is unreliable. I hope you, Joy, and Gloria are doing well. Oh, thank you. And Casper, yes, we are doing very well. Thank you so much. Thank you for the well wishes. We really appreciate it. You love cars. Yeah, right. We had a little car conversation not too long ago about that. That was cool. Very cool. You're not understanding my point. When he said how much it was going to cost to fix it, you should have just sold it. Well, no. Well, how much do you think the car is worth? I mean, how much? Seriously. Because what if I told you the car is worth $1 million? It's not, but what if it was worth $1 million? Would it be? Would it be? Would you? And it costs $10,000 to make it run. Would you fix it or would you just sell it as a broken car? You know what I mean? Like a running car will get more money, right? It's worth close to $1 million. A not running car is worth maybe what? So it's really on the car. Now, if we're talking about there are Porsches that aren't as valuable, but if they're more valuable, then you put the money into it. Why pay thousands of dollars? Okay, well, you have a very, very good point. You have a very good point. When you buy a brand new car, how much are we talking about, Trigger Man? What's a brand new car for you? 40,000? With that, or 80,000? I'm just trying to figure out what we're talking about. Let's say 40,000, right? Brand new car for $40,000. Or you get a 2-year-old, higher end car, Mercedes, or I like Mercedes. You know, I can't speak for Audi, but I hear those are good cars too. Or you get a 2 or 3-year-old Mercedes Audi that has like maybe 80,000 miles on it, maybe less, maybe 60,000, broken in, so to speak. If you're the kind of person that would have a car for longer than, like, let's say 3 or 4 years, right? Then wouldn't it make sense to spend the $40,000 on a car that is going to last longer, like that Mercedes, than, let's say, a Camry, that things will start to kind of wear out. I mean, it's cheaper, right? I'm not saying it's a bad car. I'm just saying it's not as nice as a Lexus, right? My daddy was a foreign car mechanic with his own shop, and he used to say, "Sad what the bad guys did to people to make money." Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you're kind of hearing the point now. It's even sadder in this case because, see, we're talking about a high value car. So I think they were hoping to basically. I don't think they knew that Gloria had a son and a daughter-in-law who were Jedi. I don't think they were aware of that. So I think they thought it was just Gloria, and I think they thought, we're going to jack up this bill, and when she can't pay the 10,000, well, the oldest trick in the book. It's our car. You lose it, and they also knew she was old. They sent a welfare check over here. The check on her. She's like, why would my mechanic be sending a welfare check on me? Maybe they were wishful thinking, we could call it. I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not making any explanations. But back to your point, it did seem a little odd to us. It seemed a little odd that they would be that invested in that. You know, so anyways, but the point is that I think they're trying to maybe get the car. That old Porsche probably with 5K. Really? I think you need to kind of look it up on that car, because I already had one guy who in LA who calls me about every like couple months, not calls, emails. He's a buyer, and he offered $30,000 without even seeing it. Just he says, I will send you a cashier's check right now and a tow truck based on the pictures. And so I feel like, well, gosh, what if it was running? I mean, how much it would be worth if it was running? But then again, I don't really have any desire to sell it, and it's not really on our list. I think the idea is that maybe for now we just hold on to it. Maybe we will sell it. Not a bad idea. Now you bring it up, Sugar Man. Maybe I will. We could use the money for other stuff around here. It's hard to find a good mechanic, but man, when you find them, yeah, you hold exactly. The lie detector that is a lie. Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, it'd be very helpful to tell a lie detector. Yeah, it'd be helpful to have a lie detector on your mechanic, but they don't offer those. If it was only worth $5,000, right? Well, yeah, if it was only worth $5,000, they would not have come back and said it needed $10,000 worth of work. So they knew what it was worth. They knew it was well worth. Well, here, let's take a look. Since you ask, let's see if we can do a for sale 911S Porsche 1976. See what we come up with. Okay. So here is the vehicle here. Okay, so that's the vehicle there. I want that bigger. How do I make it bigger for you guys? I'll have to work on it later. Okay, I'll work on it now. Is that as big as I can make it? I guess so. Okay. I can put me up here a little bigger though. My light's gonna burn out. All right. There. I don't know if I like that way either. Okay, whatever. You know, I gotta get going anyways. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Thank you. Okay. Not bad at all. I want to get a little better at this because I don't like the way I want to set it up because I don't like the way it does it on those horizontals. So that's something I have to work on today. Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. But that's you have to. The thing is, on a rare car, you have to also add the factor that you have to find one. Find one for sale is the issue. So that's it. Maybe that's the last sold price, but let's say if we want to find one, let's find one right now for sale, 1976. Since you're asking, because I'm curious myself. By the way, how did my case sound? Did it sound okay? Okay, let me get this guy over here. Okay. Okay, so here's the price that I see right here. Here's a Porsche 930. That's a different car than mine. It's a little more sporty. 130. A 912. That's a crappier car than mine. That's 46,000. A 911. See, there's no one of my model up for sale. There's a 71 that's older than mine, but that's 70,000. So here's a 73 for 94,000. That was that last one. Okay. Oops. $1997, 911. Whoa. 292. They want almost $300,000 for that. Man, I could have bought one of those back then. That would have been a good buy. 1990 Porsche 911 Carrera. I don't like the Carreras. I don't like the soft tops. Let's see. What do we have here? A 2000 Porsche. Now, look at that. A 2000 Porsche 911 is $24,000, but a 1988 Porsche is $56,000, almost twice as much. If someone was smart, what they would do is they would buy this Porsche for $24,000 and hold it for 20 years, and it will be worth probably twice. So basically, I think what Triggerman's trying to say is like, shit, for half the price of what I could have fixed my Porsche for, I could have bought this Porsche that is much newer. All right. Yeah. So what do you guys think? I know. So yeah. So this is a pretty big deal. I mean, so that's I think is someone asking why we're talking about this? Because we were talking about you were a little late as usual, but go back and watch. You'll see why we're talking about it. But we're going through. I mean, this is a $10,000 deal we're talking about. Am I right? Is that about right? Is that what it is? So that's one of the important things around here is that taking care of that so we don't lose that. It'd be a shame to lose that. Yeah, I think it's worth it for sure. I think it's worth it for sure. Oh God, please, please. I am not in sales. Is that your goal, Snoop? No, I don't. That is not something I'm doing. That was my younger days. I don't have the desire to be. I don't have that. I don't have that fire. I don't have that fire in my belly anymore. Dick is in sales. Yeah, I guess you're always. I guess you're always selling. Always selling something. You're hilarious. Okay, guys. Hey, we did an hour today. I just wanted to come back and just, let you guys know we're back. Hey, for those who joined our memberships, thank you, Triggerman. Everyone, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. All right. Maybe hey, good point. Maybe I'll have Joy come back on later. I think she'd like that. That would be great. Thank you, guys. Hey, Christine. Hey, Christine. I really wanted to meet you before I go. Here. And New Orleans Soul. Come on up. You have a lot to say from back there. Let's hear what you have to say. Are you even a Christine? Or are you a Carl? We don't even know. Why don't you come up? You seem to have a lot to say, and I'd like to talk to you. I would like to listen to what you have to say. My point is, I doubt that any of them have the courage to actually talk face to face. It's so easy just to make stuff up and throw out lies and no, but actually talking to someone face to face, even on like a Zoom format, is scary for them. Can you imagine them meeting face to face, like in person? Snoop, here, this one's for you, Snoop. Come on up. Tell us your opinion. You have a lot to say, don't you? I'm going to assume that if you don't want to click this link, that just means that you're too cowardly to say what you write on the boards all day long in person. That's a valid assumption? Is there a better way I could say that, Petru? I mean, that's a pretty logical conclusion, that you'll write stuff, but you won't back it up with your own voice in person, which means that what you're saying isn't really valid, is it? Not even you will say it. Christine, I'm waiting. New Orleans Soul, waiting. Oh, you can try to deflect, but the fact is, you write, just say, come on up and say what you just said. It's not that hard. Click the link. I didn't think so. Hey, He-Man, She-Man. Oh, they work. They work on a vertical stream. For sure they do. Petru Sage, you want to show them how they work so He-Man can learn? Because I know Ruby and those you probably didn't teach you, or maybe she's giving you misinformation, He-Man. But Petru, my moderator, will teach you how. She's a hacker. She's smart. Well, I'm pretty sure that Petru's going to figure it out. Okay. Go into the description. In the description, there is a StreamYard link. Okay? Click that link in the description. Can you see the description? Okay, well, then they're right. Let me get to the link then. I'll try again. Here is the StreamYard link. And we'll put it in the description again. And then it's also in the Discord. So let's see if you guys can get it from here. Is that working any better? Did you try it? He-Man, try it now. See if it clicks now. No, I'm saying okay, I'll click it. Okay. So I did the link. So here I am. So it's also in the Discord. Do you guys have any access to the Discord? Okay, fine. I'll debate myself. It's not going to be the first time. This is basically what my head goes on all day long anyway. It's like, dude, which way do you want to go? I want to go this. No, we're going this way. I want to go. Damn it. All right, just sit down then. We'll figure it out later. Let's go this way. Oh, yeah, that's not. Okay, well, let's take a look. Let's show who the liars are. That's what we love about these. See, they don't realize we have mobile. You can see backstage. Okay, so and I'm gonna use. Let me switch one of these cameras. Man, I'm trying to get the other one going on this thing, and it's tough. I want to do a camera. Anyways, hello. Let's see. If I move this one here. Wow. Ew. Yeah. Now, all right. So, okay. Mm. Okay, so here's the backstage right now. So as you can see, it's just me. No one else. There's nobody else here. Are you guys hearing that echo? I find this interesting. You might not find it interesting, but I find it very interesting. Hey, LCW. We're trying to figure out how to get this link to work. They're saying that you can't click the link. Can you can you go into the description and click the link or no? It doesn't happen. Let's see. I'm gonna try. Okay, let's see. Let's try. I'm gonna figure this thing out. You're teaching me something today. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, if I watch from here, I go here, and you go here. And then what you do is you watch. Watch this. And then what you do is you watch. Watch this. Watch. Just show over to me. Okay. Click it. All right. Oops. Click it. Okay. So now you got like that, right? Now, photos. Now I come over here to my photos right here. Okay, watch. Can you guys see that? So I come over here to the photos and I pull up the photo I just screen cap and I hit that little button on the iPhone. And what it does is it turns this into a link and I click it and then off it goes. Oops, you guys see that? Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if that helps you guys or confuses it more, but that's what I learned. So if you guys want to come on the thing, that's what you gotta do is just screen cap the link when I put it out there, go into your photos and click the link. It's just a workaround. They probably don't want it for a variety of reasons, but we're a bunch of hackers, aren't we? Kinda. Kinda. Well, I wouldn't call us hackers. I'm gonna say we're workarounders. You know, it was maybe a little glitch in the system. The links didn't work for the streamer, so we figured out a better way to do it. Okay, let me back on the stage and remove. Excuse me. A little bit. Okay. Okay, guys. Camera. Hello. Okay. Test. Okay. That's the one. I want to get rid of this now. Hello? Okay. Am I back? Good. Okay. Oh, I got turned around because the cameras got turned around. Because we switched the cameras around, I got confused. But yeah, so that should work a little better. I don't know. Did you guys try that, He-Man? Okay. LCW, we'll have to figure it out. LCW, you can't click it either, huh? All right. All right. Well, you guys weren't able to click it. Okay, we'll tell you what. We'll get it next time, and then maybe we can have a little conversation. Till next time, you guys. I'll try to figure this thing out. Oh, sure, New Orleans. We'll have you back. Well, I'll definitely have you up. I was definitely able to click it. I showed you how I clicked it. You want to click it? Click it. Okay, I'll hang out for 5 more minutes. Here's the link. I just showed you how to do it. So now go ahead and click it. And that way you can't pull the He-Man thing of saying, oh, vertical links aren't clickable. Yeah, no, Shinola Sherlock. But when you screen cap it, make it a clickable link, then you click right into it. Super easy. Yo! In reality, I love they're not trolling. They're trying to figure out how to click a link. And He-Man, She-Man goes. likes to use the excuse, oh, you can't click vertical links on YouTube. Really? That's interesting. Come on up then. I'm all for the truth. The truth is what you need to do. I just showed you how to click the link. I'll give you 5 seconds. I'll give you 5 more. I literally have to go. I have to go. I stayed 15 minutes longer than I wanted to. I just showed you how to do it. I just did it myself from my phone. I was on it like a viewer. Want me to do it again? I'll do it again. Okay. So here's how we do it. So what you do is, right. So here you are, right? As a viewer, click in the view thing, right? Where is that link that I just sent? I'll send it again. Yeah, you could also go through the Discord. That's another way. So here's the link. So, right. So here's right here. Screen cap it. He-Man, are you watching? Look, do that. Okay. Screen cap. Now, save it to your photos. Now go to your photos. And you have the screen cap of what we just took with the link in it. Do it for Johnny. I get it. But look, right here. Screen cap it. Then you just hit this right here. This little button. This guy. This little blue button. Do you see this little blue button? You hit that and it makes these things clickable. So do you see all the stuff I can actually, I could even highlight it, or I could cut and paste, or I could just click this link right there that I just posted right there. And off you go. You're right. It is kind of a pain in the ass, He-Man. What a pain in the ass this is. Why is it like that? It's too many steps. You're right. Okay, we'll have to work on it for later. All right. Okay, you guys have fun, okay? Hey, listen. Christine, I hope you have a great day, Mama Snoop. I'm going to get the link for you guys to click, so you guys could definitely come up and tell me what you guys are talking about. LCW, I hope you're having a great day. In reality, always. Hope everything's good in your neck of the woods. Bye, Triggerman.
Brand new day, y'all. Turn me up a little bit.
Little do you know, you're gonna hear this one. Sun's shining. Yo.
I don't hate players. I love the game. I'm a shot clock, way above the game.
Be point blank with you, the game.
I got all this work on me. I ain't come for play.
You can show the little shorties how you pump and
The
dance.
dog.
Not to death. I'm not impressed. I'm not amused. I'm not confused. I'm not to do. I'm a grown man business. I'm not in school. Put your hand down, youngin'. This is not for you.
On my jail, my beats with the Kanye, yo.
Name on the market, your name off the payroll. Style fresh,
Like I'm still a Dayo, and it's been like that since the day-yo.
On more time than a Rollie or Seiko.
Step on deck, your neck, or do what I say so. Get up or get out, get down or lay low.
Standing in the shadows. Open Jedi, I am Black Jedi, that Jedi, Black Jedi.
Let's move. Shout out to my man Khalid Kweli. We on top. Shout out, check it out.
Check it out. Slim Jedi,
Cast a big shadow.
Cherokee red to shoot the long arrow.
Got more skill, more aim, and more ammo. You can get it all from a big or small barrel like
Hail Mary, full of grace, Jedi.
Come and shoot up the place and make you pull up your face. The death.
I pull out the ace from the jungles of the Empire State where there ain't no escape. 247.
718, and that's like every night, every day. From the place that I settle insane to the states, I'm collecting my pay.
Blast off and I'm back to the cave.
Hold it down for my family straight.
Representing a family way.
Football, not for amateur play.
Billy Ross is an amateur stage. Before the press and the cameras raised.
Like a long time man of the way, you understanding me straight.
Yeah, no doubt.
Excellence. And that's what it is, you see.
Richer, crisper, stronger reception, a sharper picture. Revolve around God and evolve with Jedis. These elements I perform my scripture. I make Jedi read a classic modern figure. Open.
It don't matter if you holler or whisper. Coming through clear cause I'm right here with you. Ain't gotta edit the slang, I gotta get you. Yo, brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers.
The brothers, the leavers, the daughters, believers, the stayers, the quitters, the bitches, the Jedis, the rapper gorillas, the ghettos, the village.
All gonna fit up from the first to the million. Extra, ordinary and plain.
I walk 1,000 paces of light ahead of the
Game, by the time you get where I stand,
I'll be gone. Y'all make moves, but I just move on.
When I move in, y'all must move along. Cause I move too strong. I know what my feet move for.
Made it go without a brand new car. Made it fresh without a brand new song. I can give a fuck what kind of brand you are. I'm more concerned what kind of man you are. What your principles and standards are. You understand me, y'all? Be good to your family, y'all. No matter where your families are.
Cause everybody needs family, y'all. Raise a hand if you understand me, y'all.
Everybody needs family, y'all. Be good to your families, dog.
Understand no matter where your families are. Everybody needs family, dog.
Raise your hand, you understand me, pa.
That's what it is, my man. My family, my pencil Pete, my man too.
All the loved one behind the walls. Daniel D9. Gregory Hedges.
Masada Marala, Sundara,
Magic Mel, life is real. To all the real soldiers, to all the white people, to all the black people. We all family, y'all. Michael Friday, TJ Lavin. Let it be bright.
what was that? No way! Yeah! That's it. Okay, we're gonna keep that one.